Hey guys, it's Imbrium here, your friendly neighborhood heathen alchemist. I promise I did not forget about the first video that I uploaded. I promise I didn't. Unfortunately, I'm going to have a really hard time answering the first question that came out, which was, how do you do your ritual? There's no one else here because lockdown, so I'm not sure how to film myself while I'm doing it. I don't have that many hands. I mean, I'm pretty amazing, but I don't have that many hands. Physics are a thing. So that one's going to have to get tabled until I can find a way to pull that off. The other question, which I'm going to try to answer at least a little bit, was how do you put the energy into the things? This might be one of my favorite topics, so this could get really rambly, and I warn you, I do not have a plan. This is me and the phone and Grinder back there on the shelf, looking all goaty. He's one of mine. It's a long story. How do I put the energy into the things? Well, a lot of times I don't. Seriously. If you've bought bones from me, or furs from me especially, I haven't put anything into that. I've cared for it and processed it and cleaned it and prepared it for its new home, but I haven't put anything into it. I've worked with what's already there. I'm not really sure how else to describe that. There's an energy inherent to the bone or the pelt that is perfectly happy to be worked with and prepared. I guess that's the holy vulture thing coming out again. That's a phrase and an idea that circles around me a lot. So I'm not sure how else to describe that one. But for the other things that I make, like the iron wands or the pyrography, the boxes or the rune sets, or any of the woven jewelry, the Viking knit jewelry, that was how I got started into this whole mess. That I definitely put things into. And it really doesn't involve anything elaborate. I'm a firm believer in the idea that our most powerful tools as practitioners are the things we don't have to reach for. And I don't know if, I hope I'm explaining it right. You don't have to reach for your will. You don't have to reach for your ability to visualize. You don't have to reach for your voice. These things are part of us, and they're things that we hone and we train and we practice until we're carrying our most powerful magical tools around all the time. All the time. For me, the tool that I don't reach for most often is my voice. I've been told that I have a wonderful voice, speaking, singing, and otherwise. I have been told that I have a powerful voice. I don't know if it's going to translate very well through digital media or not. I'm going to try a little bit with that later. But I know that in person or in front of a crowd, I can get my point across without any trouble. And I don't have any difficulty taking that power and putting the intention or the energy into an item. Whether it's the use of Galder, which is one of my absolute favorite practices of sacred voice, or simply speaking an intention, or singing some popular and fun and a wonderful fireside chant. I have quite a repertoire of those. Whatever works. I'm definitely a whatever works sort of person. And if it works to put the energy where I want it, I'll use it. No hesitation. So most of those things that have been, purchased or handled or given as gifts, where someone came back and said, "Holy crap, there's a whole bunch in here." Yeah, it's because I told it to be. Plain and simple. I've trained my voice and I've trained the will behind it. I told it to be, so it is. And that I think should be the goal of anyone who is looking to enhance their practice and enhance their craft. Find something that you're never without, ever, and train that. And you will never be without a tool or without a weapon, if need be. I hope that explains it. I hope. I tried. The other question that I can't wait to do was, will I do any sort of um, rune study or other small bites at a time teaching thing on this media? I don't know. I'd like to. I think it would be, you know, good for me because I do know, having been an instructor before, uh, not in magic, but as a first aid and CPR instructor, that you learn more about something when you have to teach it. And I know that. And I think it would be beneficial for me. I would hope that it could be beneficial for anybody else who chooses to listen to them. But I'm a little bit leery of trying to teach someone who is not physically in front of me. I definitely prefer to interact personally where there's any discussion of energy or magic happening. So I'm going to have to think about that one. I'd like to, but I have some holdups. But from here out, as things come up, as there are other things that you want to talk about, if this sparked anything else that you want to hear more about, absolutely, I'll keep doing these. They're fun. It's just me and the phone and my thoughts, and it gets a little strange, but that's okay. Let me know.